Numbers flash like a fever dream. Charts align like stars in space. Fingers twitch, it's a digital race. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Oh! Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Yeah, yeah. This money machine. Yeah, this money machine. Yeah, yeah. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling I'm feeling proud. Money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Perfect. Eyes locked on the glowing screen. Numbers flash like a fever dream. Charts align like stars in space. Fingers twitch, it's a digital race. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Asia session. We haven't done Asia session in so long. And to be honest with you, this is going to be the one Asia session we're doing this week, and no Asia session next week because I'll be gone in Dubai at the forex show. So this is a good time for everybody to catch up and find out what we've been doing. And today couldn't be a better day because I'm going to show you the easiest, simplest, best scalping strat that I've been doing. We're going to trade NAS. This is US 30 on the left. NAS is the middle. and gold is the right panel. Using our proprietary indicator, which is MT5 and MT4. If you have MT4, we same idea. And our proprietary execution applet, all of which I wrote myself, which are all made from our friends from ACAP. So if you want them, all you need to do is simply open an account, or if you already have an account with our friends at ACAP, top it off with $500, and you get all the tools, which is a steal, because this is $500 for anybody who wants to trade futures with me. But if you're trading CFDs, which is what we do at Asia, this is a total steal in terms of setting it up. You don't have to. All you got to do is set up your own account, which means you spend zero money. Now, the cool thing is, let me actually find out who has never traded dots. Let me do a little. I'm going to do a little poll. We're going to start with a poll. I haven't done a poll in Asia in a long time. I know how to trade dots. Yes, no. Answer the question. Let's see how many people are new here. And then I'm going to explain to you exactly what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to show you how I've been trading it with so much clean precision that you're going to really love it. It can be equivalent to Canadian dollars. Yeah, it doesn't. No, it's US. It's just USD equivalent, Amir. No, it's USD equivalent. You can deposit it in Singapore dollars. It doesn't matter. Just roughly. It's not even like a hardcore rule. It's just a way to make sure that you work with our friends at ACAP, who are absolutely love. This is the ACAP trading account. This is our account that we trade for everybody. I am long right now gold after getting stopped out, and this is my second attempt. I'm going to show you how cool the strategy is, how you can use it in really nice, clean basis. We're about to going to get short NASDAQ. We got about 12 seconds left. I'm definitely going to get short NASDAQ here. And I'm going to show you how I have completely triangulated and controlled. Here we go. Hang on a second. Let me sell NAS. Okay, we sold NAS. We short NAS. Now my stop in NAS has to be right above this thing, which is about $6. Yeah, not even, God, it's probably like 5. It's really, really tight. All right, let's leave it up here. We'll leave it at 6 because this is CFDs, so it's very, I have to account for spread and everything else. So show you what I'm doing. We are trading our favorite indicator, BFF scalps, BFF dots, which is a pure momentum-driven indicator, and it's comprised of essentially the long-term moving average, which is over here. This is the 200-period SMA against the short-term moving average, and what we're basically doing is trying to trade the short-term momentum. In this particular case, like right now with NASDAQ, what I'm trying to trade is the downside move, the reversal move on the short-term basis. You notice the slope is red. That's the first order of business for us to be able to do business. We need to trade in the direction of the slope, right? And then we are looking essentially for just a 5-point target in NASDAQ and like a 1-point target in gold. Both of these trades are actually falling apart in our cases, and it's fine. But the key thing that we're doing, oops, we just got stopped on the NAS trade because NASDAQ is reversing itself, which is okay. I'm gonna tighten up this a little bit just to show you. So you can see NASDAQ is basically uptrend, right? And given the fact that it's uptrend, the safe trade for us is to just simply trade only long-only signals because then we're trading fully with a trend. Same thing with US 30. We need to see a full uptrend going on. But what we really want is the slope to be, here we go. Hold on a second. Let's go by the Dow. What we really want to do is two things. I'm going to move the stop underneath this candle because the assumption that we're making, and so far it's definitely not working, but it's okay. The assumption that we're making is that if it's a start of an uptrend, it's never going to break the low of the candle in an up move, And if it's a start of a downtrend, which we don't have a start of a downtrend here, it's never going to break the up move. So, for example, gold right now has been an uptrend for the last 5-10 minutes, and is testing the bottom of this candle, but so far hasn't broken it. So, we're still staying long this trade because it has not violated our risk parameters. US 30 kind of jumping up and back and forth, and that's the risk in this strategy, is that you're going to get into chop. But the beauty of the strategy that I'm going to show you in terms of trading this is that we're always going to start out with an ultra small position of like maybe 1/10 of a lot. If it doesn't work, we're going to look for the next viable signal and increase it to maybe 4/10 of a lot. And even if that doesn't work, which is extraordinarily rare, where you have like 2 in a row, that like when you have to have the trend aligned, the slope aligned, the breakout dots all aligned. If it's super choppy, fine. It knocks us out again. We then just simply go to a 1-lot position. So given the fact the size of our account, this is nothing. And basically what happens is we're able to repair and resolve almost every single trade as long as we stay focused on the structure of the trade. So like, for example, here's NASDAQ totally changing itself down. We're going to go 4/10 of a lot, and we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it, and we're going to use the stop over here as our natural barrier. See? And now all we need to do is, if we can make this target, not only are we going to recover the losses, we're going to make new fresh profits, because now we're trading with the momentum and the structure of the dot and everything else that's working. In the meantime, we're watching the Dow, and if this candle stays red, we're going to go short the Dow once it completes, because the slope will be red and the candle will be red. Now, this is 8 o'clock. It's actually perfect time, because we now are starting to maybe establish a little bit of a trend movement, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 5, 10, 20 minutes of sustained trend movement, because when we have that sustained trend movement, we're able to ride those trades in a very effective fashion, right? Because all we're trying to do is extract very small moves out of our position. And we give ourselves the perfect natural stop, which is the highs of this candle, which is, if it goes over there, it's going to violate the whole idea of a downtrend. And if it goes, resolves over here to the downside, it will hopefully complete our trade. So we know we're sitting around here waiting for these trades to resolve themselves. Yes, ACAP is not available to Americans. So Americans, unfortunately, and actually even Australians, really can't get this, but everybody else in the world can get it. I can't fight the regulator, but for everybody else in the world for whom this is viable, this is great. Of course, Americans, you have the choice of trading with me in America every single day with Apex. So in Asia, yeah, I know, but Robert, you can come and trade with me with Apex every single day. Open up the Apex account, join our coaching, essentially same price, and have all the benefits and the exact same structures as this. As I said, I don't rule the world. I just have to live by its laws. So like right now, kind of update you. Where are we at? NASDAQ is reversing. Slope is red. Momentum is red. We're short. We're waiting to see if we can complete this red trade to the downside. Gold is positive. Momentum is green. Slope is green. Momentum is positive. We've been sitting in this trade for quite a long time. We're just looking for that, for that $1 move to the upside to see if we can, if gold can resolve itself to the upside. Again, we're sitting underneath the trigger candle, this was the trigger candle, and just waiting to see if we can resolve the trade. Oh, guys, hang on. I'm going to come back. My dogs are scratching at the door. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I'm back. So NAS is, dicking around. Yeah. Let me send you the link. Hang on a second, Robert. I'm sending you the link right now in chat if you're interested for the US version of coaching and everything else. Now you see, gold is starting to move up. NAS is starting to move down. Let's see if we can actually and US 30 is actually starting to move up. So we're going to buy US 30. Again, we're going to be looking for just 500, and our stop is going to be right underneath this candle. So this will give us a reasonable risk control and entry into the stop. So we sort of negative NAS and positive gold. Gold resolves. So gold resolves now nice and clean. And watch NAS. I can watch this cool thing. And NASDAQ also resolves, right? Close chart. So we can close chart. Okay. So NASDAQ also resolves. And the only thing that's left on our books is a tight little trade in the Dow, which so far we're surviving. But this particular trade might go against us. But here's what I wanted to show you. So if we're going to go back into the history, what you see is even though we got stopped out, the larger sizes completely washed away the losses and put us into profit, right? And of course, we can trade even larger than that. But I just wanted to. The main thing is I want to show you. The whole idea is we're going to try and do this. Is why I'm so excited to show this to you guys. Usually Asia is very, very slow. We do like 1 or 2 trades a session, and we sit around, twiddle our thumbs, and do absolutely nothing. Whereas now we're going to actually trade hopefully every 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how you could use this to try to make in a very, very, very conservative fashion like $100 scalping during the Asia session just by focusing on these instruments alone. So to review, we always start with a tenth of a lot, 0.1, and then if we need to repair them, we get a little bit larger. So in this case, I'm going back to my tenth of a lot position, and just waiting to see if I have any more signals right now. So what I need to do is I actually do have a signal. Sorry, I want to buy gold. Now I'm long gold again. Again, assuming, the only problem is I really, really hate MetaTrader here. We're going to do this. It's 120 stop. See, the beautiful thing about my thing is I don't have to drag and drop. I could actually, in granularity, control my stops and targets just off this applet, all of which, by the way, is yours. This is a trading applet that can control every single aspect of this trade on this particular chart. So again, what you're going to see, which is very, very emblematic of how trends work, is that as long as you caught the trend and the move, this should, I don't know if it's going to hit our target. Maybe we can make our target 70 here. We can just tighten our target a little bit, see if we can, beat the spreads, because obviously we're always working, against the spreads, which is the hard part. And if this thing, hits our target, that's going to be the second trade in a row that gold resolves. But the idea is in a trend-based structure, you should never violate your highs and lows. In the meantime, as we're watching over here, if this thing comes all the way down to the bottom, that's going to trigger a red dot, which is going to trigger another scalp possibility for us on NASDAQ. So we're both now watching this. And, so in the meantime, Dow has stopped us out, and now we can just go to a larger size on the next viable trade for us in the Dow. Gold gets done. See, gold gets done. So now we can focus and see if NASDAQ and Dow produce any potential signal for us. So far, they're kind of hovering. The Dow is a sell. So I'm selling Dow. And again, so the Dow with a sell is, we can just increase maybe 1100 over here. And we're just looking for 5 points. So I am above the highs of this particular candle. Dow is just really, really spiky little trade. It's got very, very fat spreads. So I'm not loving the the spread function here. I thought I had the spread here. Okay, I don't, but I wanted to know what the spread is on this thing. I'm not, William. It's got range. Nothing's got anything to do with anything. We're not right now. We're just trading for CFDs. So none of those questions apply to what we're doing. We're just scalping the dots in the purest, rawest, easiest way that we can. It looks like Nasdaq. It looks like the Dow took me out again because it's really, really chopping, and that is the danger of a non-directional move. So we may have 1, 2, maybe even 3 attempts until we finally establish a clean looking trend. A clean looking trend is where you got about 5-10 minutes of consecutive movements in one direction or the other. This is a clean looking trend. It took a while to develop, but gold was a very, very clean looking trend. We took all those trades and they worked very, very well. Now the indices are basically putzing around. They had a nice long move. We made money to the downside twice, and now it seems to be finding a little bit of support and trying to see if it can reverse itself. We're going to suspend our we're going to actually, you know what? We're going to go long on the Dow now because the Dow is green 0.8. Going to get a little bit larger on the Dow. I'm going to give it one more shot. I just don't like trading the Dow so much because the spreads are so terrible. But I'm going underneath here. This is my stop. This is my target, and we'll see if the Dow can pop itself up and take us out to profit on this particular move. Basically, the indices really can't decide whether they want to rally or decline. So they've been just bouncing up and down. They're finally giving us an indication that they want to stay a little bit green. So we took another green trade. But the US 30, of all the instruments that I trade, the best instrument we trade is gold. It's obviously it's easy. It's very, very tight. It's very, very trendy in Asia. It's got the best movement. The indices themselves, like Nasdaq and Dow, can be just a torture in Asia because they literally don't. They go up, down, up, down. They don't create any kind of a trend condition, which is why I trade them very small. And I'm just gonna, you stay very, very focused on them until they eventually create a trend. Like right now, look at this. It's just completely reversing itself the other way around. I mean, it's almost a waste of time. And in a way, I'm not going to take any more trades in the Dow until I actually see like a 2-3 green candle, 2-3 red candle structure that establishes a trend, because this is all bullshit. The range is just completely putzing around. In the meantime, focusing on gold, which is having a nice clean move. If we get a green dot over here, again, we're going to take our third or fourth scalp to the long side and there we go. We're going to buy this again and see if we can extend this a little bit further. If gold, wants to run a little bit further. Now it may not, it could easily come down below the lows over here. I'm going to move the lows just a little bit. Let me move the stop to like 150 so that I'm underneath the candle. The coolest part about all of this is that you can see that it's imminently rational of where your stops are. They're very, very risk controlled. And because they're relatively small, you can make them back super fast once a trend develops. So for example, as we're looking over here on NASDAQ, right? We finally started to see perhaps we need to see like a red dot. We need this thing to start, making fresh lows, perhaps an establishment of a downward trend. I may need a couple more candles with the US 30 before I have any confidence that this is going to be a continuity thing instead of a chop. This is boom, boom, boom. This has been a pure chop, and we just have to endure that until we get the next trade. The cool thing is it doesn't matter because these are all small trades. So we can go like 1-4 on this for a little bit larger size and not worry about it. Good evening, guys. Who's new to the room? Who's never seen us scalp dots on a continuous basis in like 3 different instruments? Chop means when the price has no directional move. When it's literally, it's like, imagine a patient that's in a coma and he has a very, very flat, EKG. So if the 20 period if the 8 period SMA is kind of the signal for direction, it all just trades totally flat. It has no slope, no downward slope, no upward slope, just flat slope. And the price just simply doesn't pull away. What you need is price to pull away from the 8 period SMA to be able to establish trend. We trade continuity, which implicitly means this is what we trade. So when these things work, it's all working. When it doesn't work, like over here, you can see it doesn't. And so the solution to this is to be a little bit patient and to see actual trend to develop. So like right now, NASDAQ is clearly starting to develop a downtrend, right? And we got about minute 20. US 30 is starting to develop a downtrend. And we're going to operate on the assumption that this is not going to be the only candle, but the first candle of a move to the downside, right? And we're waiting for the candle to close to make sure that that is indeed going to be the signal. And we're going to take that signal, if we can, when we can. So here's US 30. We got 51 seconds left. Here's the Dow. They're opening up relatively big downward candles. So we're going to wait and see if we can take those on the sell side. $26 seconds left. All right, 8 seconds. I'm going to sell the NAS, sell the Dow, and we're going to move the stops, obviously, properly up. Move the stops properly up. Now we need more, so I need a bigger stop. This is going to be a 25. Oh, sorry. Okay, so my stop is above this high, and the stop should be above this high. This is a little too high, so this can be 1200. Yeah. Okay, we'll stay over here, and now we'll see if we get some continuity on this trade. Oh, I see. Chandra, are you from India? What time is it in India right now? Is it morning? Is that where everybody is joining me? I trade from New York. We trade in New York City. So this is a big drop. A NASDAQ was a 623 to 613 is about, I guess, 10-point drop. And the Dow was like a 20-point drop. They're trying to see if if this is a selling signal in the indices. Gold is just treading water right now. We're targeting that 65 level, 38.65 level in gold. Somewhere around there. It just continues to trend very, very slowly, and we've been taking advantage of that uptrend, making money in gold all along the way. And we're just trying to take care of our indice trades right now. Target in the Dow is 326 or basically 327, and in NAS is 608. So we're at 14, so we're a little bit away from that. And on the Dow, it's 27, and we are at 40. So we're far away on that on the Dow. Good morning, Juan. Good morning. Good morning. It's good evening in New York. Where are you coming to me from? All right, Dow is starting to move. We need to see basically 0870, 09. So on, it's got to be like and the Nasdaq gets done very, very quickly. You see how that got done very, very fast. Dow is starting to move into positive territory, and the Dow gets done. And all of a sudden, right, all of our trades are good to go, and we converted all those trades into positive trades. So that's it. That's how simple it is. And now this is really starting to have a strong sell-off. So we can continue trying to. We're going to wait until the candle closes and see if we can continue pressing this trade for more points. All right, sell. Let's see if we can continue pressing this trade for more points. Now, the stop is over here. The stop should be over here. Again, big moves here. Boom, boom, boom. The Dow is done. We're going to close the chart. That's done. And this one, we can close the chart, and that's done. Good job. So we came back and just completely, recovered any potential loss we have, and the gold is still floating a little bit for us on this particular trade, and that's it. And now we can just relax a little bit and take a breather. But you see how you have to sort of patiently wait until you have an inkling of trend, and then once you have trend, you can just pounce on that. Scalp here, scalp here, scalp here, scalp here. So this was a winner. This was a winner. This was a winner. All of the uptrend trades were all winners, and we're just kind of floating this gold trend, trying to see if it will trade a little bit higher for us on the moves. So hopefully you guys like that. I mean, this is a very, very simple version of what we do in New York every single day, and I think it's very, very applicable for Asia. When you don't have a lot of movement, you have these nice occasional trend slices, and when they occur, you can just pound on them with all the force and take advantage of the trades. I'm actually going to close this gold trade because it's been floating for more than 10 minutes. And one of my rules is if you haven't hit my target in about 5 or 10 minutes and you're still in trend, it's very likely you're probably going to come back down. Now, that's fine. Even if I got stopped out, I stopped out here at myself with break even. But if I got stopped out, I could repair this trade later on. But for now, I'm just going to let it go, focus myself on a little bit more productive possibilities. So what we're doing here is we're going to wait patiently because it'll be interesting to see if we have any more continuity here on the moves. We might. If we do, it's all going to be, we're going to start with small sizes again. We don't need to go large sizes because we want to give ourselves the room for reserve in trading this trade. But it's clear that we establish a nice clean downward trend. And the thing is that we caught this trend all the way in the uptrend because the slope was leading us down the way, right? As long as the slope is red and the dots are red, we can stay in the trade. And if it doesn't, if it goes against us, and snaps back because maybe it's a little bit stretched away, we can reestablish the short in the next 20 minutes and just recapture any of the losses, and more importantly, produce more wins. So all of that is totally possible here as we are, trading the structures. 39 seconds left here. We're definitely going to go short NASDAQ here. See if we can squeeze another 5 points out of NASDAQ. 8 seconds, 9 seconds. All right, we short NASDAQ, and our stop will be like maybe just 10 points underneath this candle. That's going to be enough. It's either, it's either going to have some continuity, or and maybe we'll even make it 4 just to give ourselves tighter entry. And oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Close, and we're good to go. And another good clean scalp to the downside. So you guys see, it's so cool to be able to just come in and clip all these trades, boom, boom, boom. Now I'm doing it specifically on super small size because I want to instill good habits in you, and I want you to sort of not get crazy on doing big size. But you could easily do this in much larger size than I'm doing in terms of scalping it around and catching all the trades. So now that we've had another rule that I have is now that we had like 3 or 4 consecutive winning trades, really important for us to give some space to pause it out. Now it's possible that this could be just a waterfall to the downside, but much more likely what's going to happen is we're going to get some counter trend moves. We'll get some maybe white dots, counter trend white dots against it, maybe a couple of minutes of pause, and then if we reestablish the downtrend, if we reestablish the red dots in 10 minutes from now, that's going to be a second wave of selling for us that we're going to take advantage of. But for now, we've been, we hit 5 consecutive winning trades in a row in NASDAQ, 3 in the Dow. And even if we get a couple of more setups, we're not going to take them because the rule of thumb I have is if I hit 3 consecutive winning trades in a trend slice condition, that's enough. I don't need to do any more. So cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Is a purple dot close on gold? Do we go long that or wait till the second red dot for a red short? We don't do anything. Gold is positive slope. What I'm doing with you right now, William, is what I'm teaching. I'm not doing anything. If you're asking me any questions about what we do in New York, I'm not going to answer them just because that's not what we're doing. I'm focusing on teaching structures that are specific to people who want to trade MetaTrader, CFDs, and stuff like that. Okay, so happy to save those questions for New York when that's the time to ask those questions. I was right about gold because it's reverting now. Yeah, you could see again a really good way of participating when you're scalping is you want to have both a price stop, right? Price stops are very natural, but also a time stop. Like if it hasn't hit your target in 10, 15 minutes, it's done. There's not juice here. I mean, you see the good trades take 2 minutes to resolve. 1-2 minutes, boom, boom, boom. Every single trade here. These are 2-minute candles, and they all resolve very, very quickly. And as you can see now we're kind of pausing, right? We're pausing on the sell side in NASDAQ. They dumped it from, what is that, 621 to about 30, 40 points. And we're going to give it a few more things. Now, what I want you to really focus on is that the slope, the red line here, continues to be red. As long as that slope is red, our focus should be on trying to find selling trades that have a red dot underneath them that are sell momentum trades, right? We also want to keep an eye on gold and see if the gold slope starts to turn red. And if it does, then the whole tenor of gold could change to more of a selling sort of that we're done. This is the top. So gold just turned red right here, right? You see how the my cursor is, and I know the screen is small because I'm on a wide screen and it's MetaTrader. It's very hard to see, but this is the best I can show you. I don't know if I can go any larger. No, I am as large as I can go. So here's interesting. So we're going to watch gold. We're going to go gold the other way now. If gold breaks the lows over here, it's going to give us a red dot. It's going to tell us a sell momentum signal, and we're going to sell it. In the meantime, what's interesting about the Dow is that it kind of consolidated, but now if this thing starts to sell off and give us a red dot sell, that's also going to be a sell signal for us as well. So we'll watch the indices and gold to see if there's continuation sell in the indices and to see if there is a reversal sell in gold. So far, no. And the beautiful thing is that until hey Omar, absolutely, I'm so looking forward to seeing you in Boca. We're gonna talk a little bit about Boca a little bit later. Oh, everybody who is here, let me. I am going to be doing the full explanation of my strategy for. Oh shit! No, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. I gave the wrong link. Let me delete that. Remove. That's not the link I want. This is what I want you guys to do. Free Traders Expo. That's going to be next Thursday. It's actually going to be a week from now. A week from now, I'm going to be back from Dubai, and I'll be teaching you step by step the rules of my prop trading strategy. So, William was asking me a lot of questions. All those questions are going to be answered in that presentation. So please, 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 it's totally free. If you're anywhere in the world, come join us. That's the link over here. I wanted to make sure that you guys have it. Oops, now we're going to go short gold because gold now went negative. We're going to put our stop underneath here above this candle. If we're wrong, it's going to break the candle, and the trend is done. If we're right, which we very well may be, and we're right, the downward trend worked, right? Look how cool that is. It's very, very simple. There's just, there's no two ways about it. You either right or you're quickly out, and so on. You moving where? You moving to Boca or you moving to Dubai? Because I'm going to be in Dubai next week, and we're going to be in Boca on the 21st of October, and I'll be virtual with you guys, which is why I put the virtual link next Thursday. So if you want to see me, come hang with me next Thursday. Oh, Boca. Yeah, 21st on Boca. Very, very excited for that. Sorry. So while I was talking, guys, the one thing we we had an opportunity here for a sell in NASDAQ. It really wasn't a very, very strong sell. It's fine. We didn't take it. And the Dow is kind of also, pausing, trying to figure out if there's going to be more selling pressure on the Dow, watching that. The gold was a very, very clean reversal trade. You see how the combination of slope, momentum, and direction makes it very easy, even in CFD land, to grab all these things. That's great, William. That's great. Tom says he made $207. I was going to say 207,000. I'm dyslexic. Very good. Good for you, Tom. Is it Tom? Are you trading? CFDs or are you trading futures? And are you following kind of like my scalp, collect money like a pigeon eats, futures? Okay, nice. Anybody trading CFDs with me right now? All right, so about half the room does not know how to trade dots, which is nice. Thank you for answering my question. Hopefully, having seen this, you begin to understand. So to summarize, this is my dots indicator. It's available for MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4. This is my trade execution applet. Everything I wrote myself, designed to make scalping super easy. Single button touch, puts the stops and the targets on your thing right away. You can adjust everything right away, instantaneously. It is a fast trader's dream. It's completely unavailable within MetaTrader itself to be able to do any of this stuff because MetaTrader is just really a clunky platform. So we wrote this proprietary scripts on top of it. They're all yours, totally for free. If you want to open an account with ACAP, if you're a U.S. customer, this does not apply to you. So I'm sorry, this is not it's just simply a function of the fact that they can't do business in the U.S. But anywhere else in the world, you want to open an account with them, this is the link. Open an account, drop $500 or $500 equivalent of whatever currency you want to have. Email it to me, and I'll send it to you in a zip format. You're going to go nuts. I don't know if Chris is in the room right now, but I have a couple of people who been using this, for the last couple of months. And I think Chris today did. I think he said I forgot even how much money he made, but it was in the thousands in the morning using this thing. So this is, you can see, I'm trading very small just to give you proper procedures of how you should be doing this. But there is no reason, like today, there's no reason we couldn't have made a couple of $100 just by doing this. We already made like 6, 7 winning trades in each one of these instruments. Oh, Lofty says this is the first time that you see me trade from Southeast Asia. Well, welcome aboard. I will say this, guys, don't despair. I'm gone the rest of this week, and I'm gone the rest of next week because I'll be traveling, and it's also it's Jewish holidays this week. But don't despair. I'll be back full force when I come back, and we're going to trade hardcore Asia. Like this strategy is made for Asia, and also it's obviously made for gold. If you look at gold just by itself, gold has been just nothing but profit. Winner here, winner here, winner here, winner flat here. This one was flat. So we have like 4 trades in gold, 1 flat, 4 winners without even trying, without even literally trying. I'm not even looking at gold right now on my indicator because I'm just kind of watching the indices to see if there's any more signals here. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can do 10 trades an hour any time of the day. It's not contingent on just trading the Asia hour or just trading European hour. The strategy just requires, all we need is half an hour of trend, and we're going to make money. All we need is this. I just need this half an hour of continuity trend, and I will catch every one of these moves, boom, 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 in the proper sequential order. Over here, half an hour of trend to the upside, maybe a little bit of trend to the downside, right? And that's not a lot to ask from the market. The markets give that to you all day, every day, at least 5, 6, 7 times. So as you get more comfortable reading the indicator, reading the using the charts, you can do larger size and make money with fewer trades. That's the whole idea. It's really, really cool. Any other questions for me today? So what's going on? I'm just going to kind of explain to you what's going on in the charts right now. Dow is flattening out. Dow is flattening out. Guys, hang on just 1 second. Hang on. I just got to take this phone. Got to take this phone call. Hold on. Ree?
Yes, hello.
Hi, sweetheart. Listen, I'm in the middle of a webinar. I absolutely can't talk. Do you say anything you need to tell me right away, or?
Nothing. It's my birthday Thursday. I'll call you then. I love you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Thursday I'll be there.
See you later.
All right. Love you. Bye. So in the morning, always my son interrupts me. And of course, at night, it's always my daughter. So there you go. That's the beauty of having children. All right. Look at gold. Gold is just dying, man. Look at this move here. We're going to try to take one more move in gold. What do we got here? 31 seconds. So really big drop here. 61 to 65, 59, $2 more move. Really, really big extended move. But, we're going to wait. I'm going to take one more move here because obviously this is a pretty serious decline. We're going to put a stop above this high and see if there's more continuity in gold here. Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's our stop. We need to put a stop over here to 180. About there we go. Maybe even 190, just to survive the problem with CFDs is we've got to survive the spreads as well, which is kind of a little bit annoying. But generally, if we're going to take, if it's going to come close to the highs, I'm just going to take out this candle. That's all there is in this particular little move, right? Right now, we're just betting that there is still a little bit of continuity to the downside in gold. But if there isn't, we'll just conserve our energy, wait for the next clean signal, get larger size, doesn't matter. There was continuity and gold just hits for us. And that's perfect. It was like, the one good last trade for everybody to see. So gold has been money. Gold is money today, right? Hey, Laura, nice to see you. I'm glad you caught the move in gold. Lofty says that he's watching my live in New York, and if you remember and learned how to trade the Asian market since trading in New York disrupted your sleeping patterns. Yeah, yeah, wonderful. Lofty, where are you in? Oh, you're in Southeast Asia in Cambodia. Is that where you're at? Yeah, so it's pretty much morning for you, right? So I totally understand. I mean, the beautiful thing of doing this kind of very, very raw, basic Philippines, right? Philippines. Raw, basic scalping that I'm doing is it's super easy any time of the day, any time of the night. As I said, all you need is half an hour of trend. You're not asking a lot from the market. And this will help you catch it, take advantage of it, and profit from it. So that's the story, guys. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night. Any other questions you have for me? I'm happy to. I got about 5 minutes left, and then I got to go deal with the rest of the stuff in New York City. What's happening now? Just kind of to narrate you, gold has kind of bottomed out a little bit. Nasdaq has bottomed out. The slope is actually possibly turning green. US 30 slope already turned green, so it's already kind of going the other way. The big trend is still negative. So if you want to be more cautious, you want to wait till the moving averages cross over, the slope stays green, and maybe begin initiating longs once you get green dots in that direction. With gold, it's just wait and see until you start to see what it wants to do, whether it's going to pause, maybe go down a little bit more, or start to reverse itself. Gold is still primarily a buy trade, but this has been a big, big reversal wave that we caught the moves in. Nasdaq, maybe it's going to start to have a reversal to the upside. But again, you want to give yourself time. The most important thing is give yourself pace to see that the slope turns green, and then you start seeing the candles, the dots turn green. Once you get those two combinations, it becomes a lot easier to position and scalp all those positions. All right, that's it. It's just that simple, and it's just money in the bank over and over and over again. Those of you guys in New York, regular time tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We're going to trade away. I funded yet another account today. That's my last one. I'm done, trying to fund it. And I actually spent the afternoon trading my payout accounts. I'm going to show you how I traded my payout accounts, and that's a lot of fun. Essentially doing this stuff in a futures version versus the CFD version. So everybody have a great day. We killed it today. We hit I think, I don't even know how many, let's see, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. This was 7-1. So was it 5-1? So 5-2 plus 7, 12-2. And this was a little tough. So this was 12-3, 12-4. And then it was 13-4, 14-4, 14-4. So 14 winners, 4 losers. That's not bad for government work, as we say. And it's, definitely very, very profitable. So yeah, I will, don't worry, guys. Asia is not going away. I'm just going away for trips, and I'll be back after 2 weeks, and we're going to do this full time. So thank you again. I'll see for those of you guys in New York, I'll see everybody, those of you guys in US session, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And for everybody else, I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Enjoy. Take care.